Off the Cuff is supported by Patreon. Join today and become an honorary producer and get in-show credit on every episode. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Season 7 season finale of Off the Cuff. Wow, I can't believe we're here already, but it's the season finale, so I want to do something really special. And this time around, what I'm making is something I've never made before. I'm going to make a low-carb pizza. Crickets? Yeah, crickets. All right, I have made it a couple times before. Loud crickets. Okay, all right, calm down, calm down. I've made pizza on the show 6 times. Yep, 6. I'm always looking for the perfect low-carb recipe for pizza. Yes, back in season 1, the 4th episode, I made a low-carb pizza with cauliflower crust. It was really good, but it was a lot of work. Then later on, there you go, I did pizza rolls. They were good, but you know what? I could do them even better now, so maybe a future show, who knows? Then later, I think it was episode 19 of season 1, I did a low-carb breakfast pizza. Breakfast pizza is awesome. That's also another recipe I'd like to revisit. In season 2, I did the low-carb pizza party.
I don't see how that's a party.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. Then in season 3, no pizza. Season 4, I did a taco pizza. That was really good. And then my last one I did was in season 5, I did a stosh pizza. It was from a recipe I found on the internet. It was okay, but I think today's is gonna be even better. So, on today's show, I'm gonna be using an ingredient I've never used in a pizza crust before. Chickpea flour. I've been using it lately in like breading chicken, breading pork. It's wonderful. And from what I hear, it's gonna make the pizza crust taste just like non-low-carb crust, like regular crust you get in the pizzeria. That's what we're shooting for. I can hardly wait. Plus, I'm making my own sauce. This is a sauce I made back for the gnocchi a couple of episodes ago. Yep. Only I'm going to thicken it up, and it's going to be the pizza sauce. That is going to be awesome. Yeah. One other thing. I hear that our program manager, Mr. Paul Manningham, is going to be stopping by today. He does every now and then. And, well, let me tell you about him. You know what? Let's start the show, and he'll be the first thing I explain. Okay? Here we go. Okay. Here's a scoop on Mr. Manningham. He's not a bad guy. He's just not a good head of the network. I mean, he does his best. He inherited the job from his dad. Look, there they are, yeah. Now his dad, on the other hand, oh yeah, look at that. An award winner. He was terrific. But as for Paul, yeah, like I said, he does his best. Oh, and you know how I kowtow to him, you know, and that's all an act. I'm not scared of him. I'm just doing it to, to puff him up a little bit, yeah. Truth is, he's an enigma. He's part corporate, part ninja. He's standing right behind me, isn't he?
Mr. Mitchell!
Mr. Manningham! Manny! Oh, it's good to see you, sir. Can I get you something? Lobster, caviar, sparkling water? All right. It's not an act.
Ooh. How about an aperitif?
An aperitif what?
Never mind.
Okay. So what do I owe the honor of this visit?
Well, I suddenly realized that I hadn't visited my favorite show in over a year.
Ah, your favorite show, huh?
But they're not filming today, so I wandered in here instead.
Well, it's nice to be thought of.
Actually, I was looking for the men's room. You know, now that I think about it, your kitchen hasn't changed a bit.
That's a disturbing segue.
What I'm saying is, change is good, Mr. Mitchell.
Funny thing, I tried, but you keep denying my request for a budget increase.
Of course I denied it. Why meddle with perfection? Sometimes you don't need to change.
Oh, I get it. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And I'm not broke, so I'm not fixing it.
Very witty, sir. Very, very witty.
Yeah, I'm quite the quipster. I don't know if you knew this, but back when I was an undergrad, I used to write jokes for Wink Martindale on Tic-Tac-Doe.
I love that show. Joker, Sex in the 70s.
Wrong show.
Oh, a man of many talents.
He certainly was. So, Mr. Mitchell, what's on today's menu?
Oh, just the most popular comfort food of all time.
Squid tartare?
Close. Pizza! Low carb pizza. Really good low carb pizza. You don't like pizza?
Quite the contrary. I love pizza, and I know pizza. Matter of fact, when I was an undergrad, I used to work for the best pizza parlor on the West Coast.
While you were writing for Wink Martindale?
Sure. I was saving up for my dream car.
Oh, what was your dream car?
An AMC Gremlin.
An AMC Gremlin was your dream car?
Yeah. It was purple with mag wheels, and it had a white racing stripe that ran from the back hatchback all the way to the front headlights.
Mag wheels and a white racing stripe?
Yeah. Here, take a look.
You have it on your phone?
Yeah. Ain't it great? It looked like a Minnesota Vikings football helmet. I still miss it.
Why? It's probably tough to sell a car like that.
No, a gang of rogue Green Bay Packers fans tossed it into Lake Tahoe.
Oh, no.
That's okay. The driver's side window wouldn't roll up, so it was an easy escape.
You were still in it?
So, Mr. Mitchell, back to the program. Tell me something. My research tells me that you've done 6 pizza episodes previously.
I already covered that. That's not going to be a problem, is it?
Of course not. Everybody loves pizza. Let's make this lucky number 7, okay?
Okay, Mr. Manningham.
Oh.
Manny!
Well, Mr. Mitchell, it's time for me to go.
Well, it was a pleasure having you here, sir.
Mr. Mitchell, it's time for me to go.
I'm sorry. It was a pleasure hosting you, sir.
The restroom!
Oh, 2 doors down on the left. Oh. Like I said, he's got a good heart, but apparently a very weak bladder. Oh. Here are the ingredients. Okay, it's pizza time. Here are the ingredients for our low-carb pizza crust. This is non-fathead. 3/4 of a cup of chickpea flour, 3 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder, 1 large egg, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon each of garlic powder and dried oregano or Italian seasoning, and 6 or 7 tablespoons of water. That translates to 0.43 of a cup. Now for the pizza toppings, all of these are just suggestions. 1 to 1/2 cups of shredded mozzarella, 1 to 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 1 to 2 tablespoons of sliced black olives, 1 to 2 tablespoons of sliced mushrooms, and 10 to 15 slices of pepperoni. And now for the tomato sauce. A 28-ounce can of peeled tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon each of onion powder, garlic powder, dried basil, dried oregano, dried parsley, and kosher salt or to taste. Also, 1/2 teaspoon of sweetener or baking soda to balance the acidity, and 1 teaspoon of tomato paste for umami. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the crust first, then I'm going to make the sauce, then we're going to build the whole pizza. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Come on. All right, so here we go. First, we're going to take the dry ingredients. This is the chickpea flour, and that goes in. The psyllium husk powder, the baking powder, and these, this is the garlic powder, the oregano, and the salt. Huh. I put this in the drawer weird. Okay, sorry about that. It still works though. And we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients thusly. Yeah, the thing about chickpea powder, it will have a little bit more carbs, but it also has fiber, so it kind of cancels out. It's definitely a low carb, high protein alternative. Okay, now oops, wait, I forgot the egg. Don't forget the egg. The egg is very important. Okay, so put the egg in first. In go the egg. And we're gonna stir this up. Yeah, I thought that the water wasn't enough. What was I thinking? All right. You can add more water depending on your climate, on how, maybe you put a little bit more chickpea flour in. This is actually working pretty good. Let me do a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Gonna make sure everything gets well incorporated in here without getting too soggy. There we go. I can actually pick it up now. I'm scraping some of the little bits off the bottom. This is forming quite nicely. All right. Here we are. Now, we let this rest for 2 or 3 minutes to let the psyllium husk powder do its thing. Yes. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. I've placed our dough right here. Yeah. On some parchment paper. And I have some more parchment paper here. And now we're going to roll it so it's about 12 inches. This dough is good for a 12-inch pie. Please note, when you make this, I've never made it before, so you're going to have to press down hard. Oh man, I'm getting a workout today. I have to be honest, I don't know if this dough is hard to do or whether I've gotten a lot weaker since the last time I made pizza. I think that 12 inches? Yeah, it's about 12 inches. Okay, this is hard. It's not exactly round. Maybe I can do it with my finger a little bit. I'm trying to make this completely circular. That's not going to happen. This is going to be as good as I get. Yes, I should have went to art class, I know. But now we're going to bake this thing. Preheated oven to 375. It's going to go in the middle here for 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, let's wait for that baby, huh? Okay, time's up. Oh yeah, it looks like it may have shrunk just a little bit. Not terrible. There we go. There's our crust. Now I'm gonna put it aside and well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna watch Food Facts. Pizza, America's go-to guilty pleasure. Crispy, cheesy, saucy, it's easily a favorite in all 50 states. But pizza didn't always come with extra cheese and stuffed crust. Let's look into the history of pizza and how it became a red-blooded American favorite. Pizza was introduced to the United States via Italian immigrants, mostly from Naples, and they came to big cities like New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia, mostly in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. At first, pizza was a street food. Oh, look at that. It's like we're back in the 1900s. Yeah, and it was sold mostly by the slice to laborers, mostly Italian Americans, but they weren't considered Americans yet. But that was soon to change. In 1905, the first documented U.S. pizzeria opened up, Lombardi's in New York City. Yeah, now they sold tomato pies. That was cheese first and then the sauce on top, and they sold it out of a grocery store to mostly factory workers. Now, the original Lombardi's was at 53.5 Spring Street, but it closed in 1984. But 9 years later, in 1993, it reopened at 3032 Spring Street, just a half a block away. It's run by Lombardi's grandson, Jerry, and his son, John Braccio. American soldiers stationed in Italy during World War II had pizza and found out pretty quick it was the real deal. Now, returning home after the war, the soldiers wanted the taste of Italy they loved so much, so it sparked a pizza boom. Pizzerias and restaurants popped up all over the United States, and pizza went from an ethnic food to an American mainstream favorite. Starting in the 1950s in the United States, pizza was all the rage. And with the success of chain restaurants like McDonald's, Pizza chains started to pop up to feed all the pizza-craving baby boomers. Say that 5 times fast. Here's a few. In 1958 in Wichita, Kansas, 2 brothers started Pizza Hut. Yeah, they only had $600. In 1959 in Garden City, Michigan, Little Caesars was born. Its original name was, "Ow, Brutus, that hurts." Oh no, that's a different Caesars. The original name was Little Caesars Pizza Treat. Ugh. In 1960 in Ypsilanti, Michigan, the brothers Manningham opened Dominic's, which was renamed Domino's in 1965. As pizza spread across the United States, different regions had different variations. Let's start with the one I'm most familiar with, New York. Yes, New York was known for thin, foldable, giant slices. And here's a tip that they actually taught me. If you take a slice of pizza in from New York and you fold it and hold it over the sidewalk, if little orange drops hit the sidewalk, hey, it's perfect. In Chicago, all right, they basically have the deep dish pizza, which is basically lasagna in a deep crust. Yeah, you want to fight about it? Then there's Detroit-style pizza, which is square. It has cheesy edge crust and a crispy bottom, like most of us. Well, then there's like California-style pizza, which is like goat cheese, arugula, and whatever's at the farmer's market, dude. Ever see the SNL sketch, The Californians? Yeah, whatever they ate. Whoa. Today, you can find pizza anywhere, not just restaurants, pizzerias, or schools. Pizza at home is a big business. Today in the United States, frozen pizza is $1 billion industry. The idea of frozen pizza started gaining some traction in the 1940s when refrigerators and freezers started becoming more common in homes. The earliest frozen pizzas were sold in bakeries and delis. They were wrapped in wax paper and you had to take them home and bake them in your ovens. They were pretty basic, just sauce and cheese, but you know, more was to come. The original pies were like frozen saucers, and they were tough to cut, and they were tough to eat. But the invention of flash freezing, preservatives, and packaging made them more shelf-stable, which led to them being better tasting. As we entered the 1950s and the 1960s, several brands of frozen pizza started to gain in popularity. Totino's was formed by Rose and Jib Totino in Minneapolis in 1951. Tombstone was actually created in a bar behind the Tombstone Tavern, you know, in Tombstone, Arizona. No, I'm kidding. It was actually Medford, Wisconsin in 1962. Geno's, who invented the Geno's pizza roll, debuted in 1962, but was later bought out by Totino's. Oh, Rose and Jim. Since 1995, one of the biggest and most popular brands of frozen pizza is DiGiorno's. And their famous slogan, if it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno's. But they also have some competition. They have California Pizza Kitchen, Red Baron, and Freshetta. And now it's time for pizza trivia. February 9th is National Pizza Day. And too popular for just a day, October is National Pizza Month. The United States eats 350 slices of pizza every second. The most popular pizza topping is pepperoni. The least popular is anchovies. The world's largest pizza was baked in Rome, Italy in December of 2012. It had a surface area of 13,500 feet. I wonder if that was to stay or to go. In the United States, the biggest day for pizza is Super Bowl Sunday. Oh yeah. Followed by Halloween, the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day. And that's Food Facts. All right, let's make our sauce. Now this is like the same recipe I did when I made the gnocchi. So here is the peeled tomatoes. Put them in there. And we're gonna grind these up. All right, that's liquefied them. Now let's put in our other goodies. Here is the quarter cup of olive oil. Truth be known, I didn't have olive oil. This is canola oil, but it's very similar in how it reacts with food. Here is our red wine vinegar. This is our quarter teaspoon of black pepper. Now let's see if I can remember. This is a teaspoon each of kosher salt, basil, oregano, parsley, garlic powder, and onion powder. Huh, I remembered. Very nice. Get it all in there. Come on, don't hide. Let's blend it up. All right. Okay, let's just pour a little bit in here. That's probably all we're gonna need. That's what I think. So let's put that over the side. Now we're gonna put this on medium heat. For this burner, that would be about a 3. And we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it reduce. And as it reduces, it's gonna get thicker and it's gonna be great pizza sauce. Yes. All right, we're about 10-12 minutes in. And I just spilled some. But yep, this is thickening just nice. Very, very nice. So while our sauce is firming up and thickening, I decided let's kill 2 birds, 1 stone and cut the mushrooms for our pizza. Because I'm going to have mushrooms, I'm going to have black olives, and a little pepperoni. So it's going to be good. I'm not going to need a lot. It's a small 12-inch pizza. Mushrooms are great. And they do shrink when you cook them. So, okay, there's our mushrooms. And let's get our cheese going here. Like I said, this is only going to be a 12-inch pizza, so I don't need to do this whole block, which I was prepared to do. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm buying ingredients for basically a personal pizza. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I'm telling you, I love extra cheese. So a little more should do it. Okay, there's our mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to cheat the olives. Well, they've already been done for me. There we are. Our sides. Oh, I have to get the pepperoni. And here is our pepperoni. Didn't even have to cut it. Bought it pre-made. Oh yeah. So we're so close. I'm now going to add some tomato paste. That was the tomato paste goes in there. And a little bit of, that's monk fruit allulose. And that's going to take away some of the acidity. All right, so here we go. We're ready to make our pizza. Here's, see the crust comes out really, really nice. So we take our sauce and we put it on. Like I said, it's not going to need a lot. I think I even made a little bit too much. Now what's next? The cheese, you say? All right, the cheese. Here comes the cheese. Like I said, I like a lot of cheese. Oh yeah. Cover up that odd-shaped pizza. All my pizzas are always odd-shaped. Now some of these mushy mushrooms. This is going to be really nice here. And go the mushrooms. Slide a spoon, get some of these olives. Drain some of that fluid off of it. I love olives. This might seem like a weird combination to some of you. And like I said, this part of the pizza, whatever you put on it is totally up to you. Doesn't have to be low carb either. You can be whatever you're comfortable with. I really loaded this pizza up. I'm really giving it the test, aren't I? Look at this. Look at this. Now it's time to go into the oven. Okay, the oven is preheated to 400 degrees. The middle rack is fine, as always. It's in. 8 to 10 minutes at the 400. Then we're going to check it to make sure it's all bubbly. If you want a crispier crust, 10 to 11. Or 11 and 12. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, it's been 11 minutes. I think our pizza is complete. Okay, and that's the season finale. I know I'm not in my usual spot, but it's too bright out and I don't want to wait until it's dark because with pizza you got to eat it warm and I don't want to reheat it. But man, what a great choice. I mean, yes, it took some work to really roll that out, but it looks like it was worth it. This is a perfect size pizza. I was thinking it's about the same size as maybe one of those frozen pizzas we were talking about earlier, like a DiGiorno or a Red Baron. And look at this. Very sturdy. It's not flopping all over the place. I am told it's going to have a nuttier, more refined flavor. I hope so. It just looks great. I use quality cheese, and that sauce. I know the sauce is going to be a home run. I know it. And, well, what a way to kick off, to end season 7. I mean, it's a finale. So pizza, it's perfect for a finale, right? So let's taste the pizza. Sauce. The sauce kicks right through. Oh, it's so good. And it does have a nutty flavor to that, oh, it's good. It's very soft, it's billowy, and it has a very, very nutty flavor, as I said. The cheese, it just goes really well all together. The big question, is it like pizzeria pizza? Not quite, no. Is it good pizza? Oh, heck yes. Probably the best I've ever made at home that's low carb, for sure. I got a cheese pull. Very tasty. Very delicious. Very low carb. And you get a protein boost because of the chickpea powder. Excellent, chickpea flour. Excellent. Well, that wraps up season 7. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the talented actors and people who helped me produce the shows this year. I will be back with a season 8, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Until then, this is Craig Mitchell saying, be well, eat good.